Well, hello there, everyone, and how are you guys? I hope doing fabulous. Yes. Well, before we get into this entertaining video, I would just like to remind you guys to like, comment, and subscribe if you have not subscribed already. And what would you like to say with that, Lady Crone?
Baby Crone said it all.
Yes.
Subscribe, like us, and please leave a comment.
Yes. Sunflowers.
Hello, sunflowers. How are you? I have to do a quick reading. Baby Crone wanted me to read on. Who was it again? Was it T.I.'s son? What's his name? King.
Oh, yes, King.
You forgot?
Yes, I did.
Do you want me to read on him, or did you want me to read on someone else? Because I thought you wanted me to read on King and his, not King, I guess, his girlfriend.
Right.
What did you want to know?
Yes, I wanted to know, is she really in love with King, or is she using him?
Okay. So, and I also heard that she's older than he is.
Yeah,
so I think that's what they say. She looked young. I'm giving her about maybe 4 or 5 years older than him, maybe 24, 25. Maybe 20. She looked young to me. All right, here we go. So this is his girlfriend. So is she playing him? Or did she think she cracked the jackpot?
Mm-hmm.
These young girls out here are a mess.
They are.
Ugh.
Like we said, we must not understand women.
Well, I see the hermit. So when I see the hermit, just off the bat, let me know shadowy times. Let me know that it seems like, what's his name? King is on the outside as his woman. Like he ain't in the house, because I see the seeker. I also see it's emotional time. It seems like he's on the out, and it seems like his father's not paying him no mind. It seems like there's a problem between King, who seems coming in the form as the hermit, as the one outside seeking life, seeking his new life, seeking his independence, his life without his father, seeking those things outside to make a life for this woman, this young woman that he just had a baby with, a baby boy. And I see his father is very emotional about it, but has turned his back on him. And I also see here his father is more focused. Like his father seems like that's the one who has the money and who's weighing it. And it just seems to me that he is not going to be giving King much of anything. Because if you see it, you see the King looking at this. And you see the 4, and you see the pentacles, and you see on this side, which is facing the King, is more plentiful. But you see here, it's lack with the scales as King sit below. But it just seemed like his father will not be financing this relationship. That's what the cards are showing me. Also, it's like King seems like he's dashing in. He's got a lot of anger. He's bitter about it. He's going in to try to take his father down, being irrational, being emotional, just thinking and saying anything he can to hurt his parents, saying that they weren't good parents, saying anything because they are not going to support his decision with the child. However, I'm not saying they won't buy the child anything, but from what I'm gathering, it just looked like they will not be supporting this baby. Not the mother. The mother. I don't know. Also, again, I see that even though King, this is something King wants, it's like he's working hard at it for whatever. It just seemed like this woman who he's with, it just seems to me that he's willing to work it out. I see him there working, even at going at the end of his father, who will not be supporting him. He feels offended by that. And from what I'm understanding is he got other siblings, and he's feeling though you favor one over me. I really don't think that's it. I think that from what I'm looking at the cards as a king, I think that King right now is like the black sheep, because he has disappointed his father so much, because we all know when they were coming up on their show, their father had the sun set and rise in King because of how intelligent he was. Mm-hmm. So King turned out to be a big fat disappointment. And because his father don't like what he did, he went out and started a family on his own. His father cannot control him. So his father saying, I don't know this. I don't know. But I'm saying it looked like his father's cutting him off and saying, I'm not going to support this child, which sent King on a rage because now he's got to defend and take care of his child. However, I do feel as though his mother's saying, if you do right, then, we will help. But I really think they don't like this girl. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. She seemed like something in the past. It could be some chick that he's been messing with, some girl he knew, whatever. But she's apparently pretty wise because she finally got in and she got her self connected and with this rich family by getting King. But what she doesn't understand is that they're not welcoming her. I don't feel as though they're welcoming her, but I think that they put them over a barrel with the baby. Do you have a question?
Yes, my question is, does King really love
Does
her?
King really love her? Yes, he does. Yes, he loves her. He loves her. Yes, yes, yes. Do she love him?
Yep.
Up in the air. It's emotional. She had mixed feelings. However, I think she's a little disappointed. I think she had this baby thinking that once the baby was born, that she was going to come into all this, but it wasn't nothing. I don't know. Everything I say is allegedly. And I think that she thought that once she had this baby, that everything was going to come in. And now that she realized she had a baby, she realizes this isn't as what she thought it was going to be. And I don't really see a lot of support from King's family because of the way that King reacts. Okay, so I see that the woman here is up in the air. She got all these feelings, so she's emotional, and she's emotional at this moment because she still feels like she gave birth to a king. Mm-hmm. So, but all at the same time, she feels like she's in the money, but it's not what she expected it to be. So how does Tiny feel about this? Tiny is the high priestess. Tiny is sitting back. Tiny is holding all her feelings in her heart. Tiny is like on rocky ground. She's rocky. She doesn't like what's going on. She does agree with her husband, but these are her children. But she's on a rocky road right now with her son because they are both disappointed. They had great plans for him, so they are disappointed in the way that he's turned out. Actually, from where I'm looking right at it is right now, it's like he's the worst. Like, out of all of their children, he's the biggest disappointment. That's what I'm getting. And I see Tiny is like on rocky ground with him. She's like that moon. It's like, I love you, but you did this. I love you, but your rebellion has gone too far. That's how I see it. You have another question?
Yes, my next question is,
how is this going?
Yeah, it's going good. Is King ready to be a father?
Well, of course, he's always going to feel tired because of finances and everything, and the situation with his father. It's not going the way he wants, but he got big shoes to fill, and he feels like he can fill them. So yeah, he feels a little trepidation. Of course he does. But will he make a good father? Time will tell. Right now, yes, because it's new. But check back in 3 to 5 years. True. But yes, this is something that he's proud of. He feels blind. He doesn't know what he's doing, but he's a new dad. He's got all these emotions. He feels tired, but all at the same time, he's proud and he got a dream for his son. But it's hard for me to look at this card. I got a new deck coming. And because here it just seems like he's burning, like from the ground up, like he's being consumed with everything that's going on around him. But it's water there, so he'll be all right. Okay. We have another question. He's just going through a really rough time.
Okay. I guess the best question I could ask for her is she experiencing any like postpartum? Is she like not clear?
Well, I see. Yes, I do. I think that she's gone through some postpartum. Yes, I still think it's still. I thought it earlier too when I seen this card, and then I see that. So yes, I see emotional, and I see a lot of thoughts in your head because I see like a child. It's like she's immature. She may be older than him, but she is still immature. So I see immaturity. I see friction. I see maybe a little arguing with them over some things. I think she's disappointed and what she expected to what is. I think that, but she's got a baby and you can't turn back now.
That's
you have
true.
another question. I want to know, do she love him? Let me go to the middle. Let me put these on top. Do King's baby mother love King?
Yes.
She's like a fool. So when I think of fool, I think of Uranus. I think that this woman came from a dark place, and she saw an opportunity. This is just what I see from Uranus. I just see that she's coming from a very dark place. She saw an opportunity. She can wiggle her way in. And I'm telling you, she wiggled her way in. She came in with a fuss and a big boom, and she got him. She got pregnant, and now she's in, and now she's like a problem because she's in a family that don't want her. But King wants her.
Ooh, I got another question.
Go ahead.
Is she using King as a come up, like for some
Most
clout?
definitely. I don't know, but I don't know how long she's going to stay in this situation. But I definitely see some kind of eclipse. So I see here that I don't even know if they're going to make it. Let me see. I don't think they are even going to stay together. I don't see them staying together. I see the fool ready to venture off into another. It didn't pan out the way she wanted, but she already know I'm in. I got my baby. I know I'm going to get money from him. I know who his mother and then granddad. She's happy with that. And I see her moving on as an eclipse. Maybe not now, but in a little bit of time. I don't see them staying together as a couple because I think financially it's not as lucrative as it once was when they were dating and before she got pregnant. I don't know. Everything I say is allegedly.
Yes. I want to know, is King using this situation as a way to distance himself or gain some manhood?
I think that King is just angry. He's in his head. He's just angry that his father is put him on an out. I don't know that. I'm just getting a sense here. You see how first of all, you see the King, but then you see, and if you see the King, this is what it looks like. Yes. So it looks like this is his son on the out, which is the hermit on the out, seeking life, seeking another way, seeking a better way. How am I going to live without my father and the family jewels? Since you had all that mouth, since you said you don't need them, since you know you stand on business, your father said, go to hell on and stand on business. So now you're feeling away because he's not a broke guy. You don't understand but now that family is not going to stand. The father, T.I., is not supporting this girl because I feel as though this woman is out for a come up. The question is the woman out for the come up? The card came up as the fool, and that's the fool coming in. It's like, yeah, she comes from nowhere. She dominates. She gets pregnant. King is all beside himself. She's having a baby, and I see her leaving. And I see King fighting, trying to hold on, trying to make it work, trying to please her. Because for him, he found a purpose. Because this guy has brought a lot of things on himself, but he has been teased a lot about the way he looks. He has been teased about his height. He has been teased about his color, his hair, all the way down to who he is. And so with that being said, being teased like that, I think this is something his child is something he needs to stand on. This woman had a baby by him. This makes him feel proud. He's not looking at, wait a minute, you just been sucker punched. He doesn't see that. Do I think this woman played him? Unfortunately, yes, I do. I do. I think it was a foolish move she did for herself because she's going on him. And I think he played the fool. And I think the fool card came out. Then again, I see here that she's leaving. Someone's leaving the relationship. It's not him. And I see someone that's fighting to try to hold on, even trying to steal or take to make his family. But she want more than this. This girl want more than this. And I don't think that she's going to get it from his family. Not right now. I don't think so. You have a question?
I'm trying to think if I could find any more juicy questions to ask. Because even going through her social media.
She did. I'm telling you, I'm saying that she was there for a come up. I do not see her sticking around in this relationship because it's like they're freezing her out money. Like she ain't getting what she thought. They found they may not be talking, but I know that they are disappointed in King. They had great plans for him because he was so intelligent, and they're disappointed in him, especially his father. And the disrespect he shows towards them is too much. And they really disappointed in King. And King is blaming it on, he was brought up in the city. I remember watching that show and I've seen them ask King to stay. And he said he want to go and stay with his grandma. He loved it. So, and they loved King and maybe none of the children, but all at the same time, you got to understand that that T.I. had children by other mothers. So they were going home to their mothers. Right? While he had them on his time, they would go home to their mothers. And I guess by during that time, they were traveling, singing, going through things. T.I. was in jail. They were just going through things, working and everything. And that's how it ended up with the mother. Now they say the mother lived in the hood. I don't know what kind of hood she live in because obviously wherever she lives, she want to be there. So to me, King is spoiled. And this is what happens when you have bratty children. And when you listen to them and give them what they want and they have no structures. Now the chicken has come home to roost. And now they see they have a rebellious, foul-mouthed young man who has no respect for them at all. And now with a baby, with a woman that why are you with her that's older than you and played you, but it doesn't matter because now he's a father and he feels like he's a big man. You have a question? Or you good?
I guess this would kind of be like a prediction. Like, will King ever look back on this situation with like regret, or was she done it differently?
Yes. We all grow up. And after a while, it will become an emotional time. And he will sit back and he will reflect. And he will look at his decisions. I don't know what will bring him there, but it will be a time where he will grow up and he will look back and he will see that his ways. He will see that in time. Not now, but right now, he's just the rebelling of a 20-year-old who just see his parents as the worst and they're not for him and all of these things that we do when we're brats. And that's what I see. I see a very young man, very immature, and got a lot of growing to do. And I think that his parents raised him and they raised him and they made him feel as though he was all of that. And now they don't know what to do with him. That's my opinion. So let's see the outcome card. Outcome. Okay. I see a bridge.
Okay.
I see a scythe. And I see a fool.
The fool again.
The fool again. So What do I say? Baby Crone, you want to take a stab at it?
Well, with the bridge, I see a connection. Moving forward, moving on.
Thank
Like,
you.
yes, you're welcome. Moving on, as we was talking about earlier, and once he moves on or they move on, whoever, we have the scythe, which symbolizes a growing, a looking back at what they've accomplished. I mean, they did get a baby out of this, so maybe reflecting on what they've harvested from this relationship, and then maybe look back at their foolish, look back at not their foolish decisions, but how they could have acted in haste and not well thought out.
What I see here, I definitely see a journey. I think this has been a journey for the family. I think it's been a journey for King. I really do. And I realize the fool. I think as he grow up, there's a lot of things that has to be cut away. He's still a foolish young man. And there's a lot of things that he has to grow up, and life will teach him. And as he grow, like I said, as he grow into his manhood, because a child will cause you to grow up whether you want to or not, especially with the woman that he has. It seems like she likes the good life. So it's like, so it's going to force him to grow up and force him to see things differently. And if his family stand flat-footed and say, we're not going to help you, we're not going to support you, because they're not obligated. That's King's child. That's King seed, not TIC, not Candy, and not TI, and not Tiny. That's King seed. He is responsible, not his parents. So let's see how he handles that. Let's see. I don't know, but we're going to see how he handles it. Remember, he doesn't need his family. He doesn't need them. So I feel as though that somehow, I don't know, everything I said is allegedly, that I think his father psychologically cut him off and said, you're on your own. I'm not going to deal with this. I'm not going to deal with you talking to me like this. You grown, you did it, you take care of it. And I do see that this relationship will not grow into much more. I could be wrong. Let me put that out there. He may want her, but I think she's going to move on. And I think that at the end of it all, he's being played a fool of. He doesn't see that, but time will reveal. And as he grow, things get cut away, right? And I see that as he go through his journey of life, he still got many years if he is blessed to live long enough. So with that being said, he's on a fool's journey, and we'll see as he go through the cutting and the carving to turn him into the man that he was meant to be. Time will reveal. And with that, I hope you enjoyed this reading. And that's my reading on King and his baby mama drama. And that's my reading. Sunflowers.